Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. Today's video will be episode 3 in my series on organizing and preparing for the new school year. This will be the last video in this series. Now, today I'm going to attempt to reorganize and clean up our schoolroom. So if you'd like to come along with me and see what our homeschool room looks like now and see how I reorganize and prepare, then let's go. Okay, so we'll take a quick look at what the schoolroom kind of looks like right now. I haven't really done anything since the end of the last school year. I have a few things on the wall here that I need to take down. So they're just up here with command strips. Have a hundreds chart there. This side, this corner, it just needs to be completely revamped. These are our phonics charts. I've shown you these in previous videos. I have, different charts in there. This is a disaster. I just have like an alphabet book in here. If you haven't seen this book, it's the one where they can take the pictures off and put them in, properly. I'll leave a link below to it. But yeah, there's just, let's see, we have our easy readers in here. Our Learn Math level proficiency. Some of our math charts are in here from my Early Learners math curriculum. But everything is kind of mixed up. I have some clipboards that we were using at the end of the school year. Over here are a bunch of our flashcards and things, which I still want to have, but probably reorganized. In these bins are like more flashcards, some workbooks, things like that. On this side, we have our cabinets. Above the cabinets isn't too bad. I just need to, clean up a little bit. And this is our book cabinet, which I probably won't do too much to. It'll probably stay the same. I have our books organized by, they did get a little unorganized, but the bottom shelf is science. The one above that is history. Then the one above that is just fiction. And then the top 3 shelves are just fiction. So this will probably stay that way. I thought since I have my cabinet open here with our books, I would show you some of the books that we have. I don't think I've ever done this before. So on this top shelf, I have all fiction books, and these are mostly like series books. So I have Curious George, and we have The Burnt Stained Bears. I like this one because it's 8 books in the whole set, so that one's cool. Then I have some Danny and the Dinosaur books, some Henry and Mudge. Those are fun. I have Biscuit books, and then I have our Golden books here. These are just some of them, but I do have more of them in another place, which I can show you that as well. And then the next shelf are fictional books that are for older children. So they're chapter books, okay? So I have some, classics like Peter Pan and Charlotte's Web. I have Paddington Bear. We have Treasure Island, Mary Poppins, Where the Red Fern Grows, The Swiss Family Robinson. That's a great one if you have boys like I do. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, The Wind in the Willows, A Christmas Carol. I love that one. So yeah, so these are mostly chapter books. And I have more in another place because I couldn't fit them all here, but that's some of them. Then this next shelf is more fictional books. I have some like Dr. Seuss type books, and this actually is not supposed to be on this shelf. This goes with our history books down there. But anyways, so these are fictional books, and some of them did get a little messed up because my kids, come in here and they, they read them. They go through them. I have Mother Goose books. I have Frog and Toad. Those are fun. Aesop's Fables. That's from Abeka. The If You Give a Mouse a Cookie and If You Give a Moose a Muffin. Just, here's some more golden books that are in like a treasury. Stella Luna is kind of a classic now. The Ugly Duckling is definitely a classic. What else do we got in here? Goldilocks is also a classic. This is a book of virtues. I like that one. Yeah, so just, some readers, things like that. This is an old my book house in the nursery. This is an old reader from, goodness, I don't know, maybe the 1950s? I'm not sure. So it's got some little stories in it. So yeah, we've got corduroy. Next shelf down are history and biography books. So anything to do with history. I've got some American history. We've got, you know, Thomas Jefferson and George Washington. I like this one. This is then and now, talking about how things were in the past and how they are in comparison to now. It's an old book though, so the now is like 1990s, right? This one's kind of neat if you lived in the days of the Knights. And then I have another one if you lived in the time of the American Revolution, if you lived in colonial times, if you traveled west in a covered wagon. I have geography type books, maps and globes, stuff like that. So that's what that shelf is. The next shelf is just kind of a hodgepodge of books that didn't fit anywhere. So that's what's going on here, and some books that my kids just kind of threw in here. This goes up here. Okay, and then this bottom shelf here are all science books. So we've got like the human body. I've got some botany and zoology type things here. I have all sorts of books about animals, ducks and chickens and bats, and what else do I see? I know we have some on cows and I see penguins, horses, wolves. Here's another one, sharks. And then here we have these, I love these books. These are the Just Ask books. So we have like, what is a volcano? What is a jungle? What is a desert? What is a river? What is the ocean? What are seasons? Electricity, gravity, just anything science. Also up above this cabinet, I have more books. Well, there's our 10 Commandments that my kids made. They made this little 10 Commandments thing, so I keep that there. And then I have just some more books. I think those are Usborne books, like science type books, behind there. Okay, and then in this cabinet to my left, I'm gonna open this up and show you guys. I actually have books in here too. This side are easy readers and those kind of books. So this side is chapter books, and these are books that are fiction and they're series books. So these are the borrowers. We have a little bit of Magic Tree House. We have Imagination Station. We have this really cute series. It's called Maple Ridge, Tales from Maple Ridge. And so we have that series, the first 6 books. We have the Secret of the Hidden Scrolls series. We have some C.S. Lewis books here. We have the Sugar Creek Gang. As you can tell, they're all books for boys, because that's what I have. I have boys. We have the Left Behind series for the kids. We have Boxcar Children, a couple books from there, the first 4. So I have those. And then coming down here, I have, these are all Bible related books. So I do have some more golden books, and these would be like, this one is hymns. So anything Bible related, golden books went here. So when I told you before that I had golden books somewhere else, this is where they are. And then these are all just more Bible related type books, you know, Bible stories or faith based things here. And the same with the bottom shelf. This shelf are, you know, some children's Bibles or faith-based Bible type books. And then over here, this bottom shelf are all the little kid books. So these are hardback board books, I guess you would call them. And then this shelf is more readers. I've got some Abeka readers in here and just more like phonics type readers on this shelf. So that shelf kind of goes with this shelf with all of our phonics readers, and these are like ones that I've written. That's basically what I have in these 2 cabinets. I leave the top of this cabinet open because this is where I put our hands-on activities, and I have to plan out the first week of school, so I still haven't put those there. I'm currently only just starting to organize everything in this room. So these 2 cabinets will kind of stay the same. I don't have to change too much, but I do want to go through all of these, and I do want to go through all of this stuff. And then if I turn around, over here, this is where our schoolroom table is gonna stay. I have more chairs to put around it, but I need to go up here. There's more books up here that I keep, and I changed these books out on these shelves for the season, except for that book right there, the Truth and Grace book. That is our book that we use for Bible memory or catechism, you could say. And so we use that throughout the whole school year. So that stays on one of these shelves. But I do change out the books on these shelves for the different seasons, and I will put new books on these shelves for the beginning of the school year. So I still need to do that for these 3 shelves here. And then this calendar stays there. So that's not going anywhere. But yeah, so that's basically what I have to do here, is go through all of this. And yeah, I'll see you guys maybe partially through, and then also at the end I'll kind of show you everything that I did. I know that in our schoolroom, my cabinets, none of them match colors, but I had these 2 black cabinets first. I had them at our old house. Then we moved to this house. I needed more, I had more space and I could use it. So I bought these 2 cabinets. I couldn't find the black ones that matched, but I found these 2 that were a decent price. So I got those, and then this white cabinet was just one that we already had, and so I wasn't gonna go around buying another new cabinet. So that is why none of them match, but it really doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's just our homeschool room, and it's not gonna stay like this forever, because, well, we won't be homeschooling forever. My children will grow up. But I like it. I like how I have it right now. I just have to change things out and get things a little bit more organized, and then I'll be happy. I wanted to show you really quick another view of our homeschool room. So you can also come in our homeschool room this way. I was showing you from coming in that entrance, but you can come in this way, and then you see our school table. You see kind of how I have the walls set up. You can see that little corner over there. That's a mess that needs to be fixed up. And then you can see all of our cabinets. I still have these 2 open. But yeah, just to give you another view of kind of what it looks like right now, and then I'll show you at the end once I have everything organized. Okay, I've been going through this section over here, and I thought I would show you. Okay, so I like to keep these bins out and accessible because these are things that we use for daily warm-ups. So sometimes you might hear teachers or other homeschool parents call it circle time, family time. I do them as warm-up time together. Sometimes we do it all together at once, or sometimes we do it just before a lesson. I've been doing some videos recently showing you guys how we do warm-ups, but let me just kind of show you what these have in them to give you an idea of what I keep out. So I keep our alphabet, letter, and sound fluency cards out, and then these here, the colorful ones, are from my Phonics for Reading curriculum. So I like to keep those out so that we can go through and practice our phonics sounds as just a quick warm-up activity. I also keep some of the books that are from my Phonics for Reading curriculum in here that I want to do with my students, and I actually have some ABECA books back here too. I have their handbook for reading and a few other things. So I keep these books out so that we can practice short vowels and long vowels, because that's kind of where most of my young students are at, my kindergarten, 1st grade students. I also keep this bin out. This bin has a lot of our phonics flashcards. These ones here are the ones that are on sticks. These are from my Phonics for Reading curriculum, and I just take one out, and they have to tell me the sound. So they'll say wagon, W, and then I'll flash another one, and they'll say paw, pea, pig, and so on. And then I have tons of just different cards in here. Same with these ones. Those ones, they have to tell me what sound it begins with. Same here. These are the long vowel ones, so they have to tell me the vowel sound. I have some words that they have to read. So I like to have these with me all the time, easily accessible, so that I can just pull them out and we can practice each and every day. I don't usually have a laid out specific plan. I just take some cards out and I say, okay, today we're going to practice our sounds. Say the sound, y, t, k, n, x. So you get the idea. They're practicing their different sounds, or they have to tell me the letter name or a word that begins with that letter, whatever. But it's just a way for us to practice each and every day our phonics skills before we do any kind of phonics lesson. So I like to have these out and available to me. So I was just kind of going through these. I don't have to do too much to them, but I wanted to make sure I had everything out. And then here is our math card bin as well. So we do the same kind of thing with these. I might flash the numbers and they have to tell me the number name, or maybe they have to give me two numbers that equal that number, whatever we're doing. But I like to keep all of our math flashcards accessible as well. So that's what all of these bins are. And yeah, I just want to show them to you as I'm going through and reorganizing things. All right, here's another thing that I am going through right now. I have to go through this entire basket, and it is, oh, it's just a mess. So these are things that I like to keep out easily accessible as well. I don't want to put them in my cabinet. It's stuff that I need up all throughout the week. And right now it's full of the things that we were using at the end of the school year. So I'm going to go through it and take out what we're not using at the beginning of the school year and reshuffle it and decide what I'm putting in it. And then I also have out, this is our book stand, and I keep our charts on there because we do our phonics charts all the time. So I will definitely still want these, and I'll leave a link below to these charts if you've never seen them before. I have some videos on these and how we use them, so I will try to link things below. And then I just have like a 100 chart here from Abeka, and then these are charts from Abeka that I was using for like when we do songs. This is the Bible song, the B-I-B-L-E. Yes, that's the book for me. You get the idea. So I had some song charts out from the end of the school year, and I need to take those, put those away, and decide what new songs we might want to do at the beginning of the school year. So I have a lot of work here ahead of me to get reorganized. I'm not sure if I showed you yet in this video, but this is our math cabinet. I just need to go through it and decide what items I want to keep in here, what I might want to put away, and that's about it. The bottom shelf is not math. The one on the right is history type, you know, geography or history type things, and then the one on the left are just a bunch of puzzles, the little cubby on the left. But everything else in here is math, so I just need to go through it and reorganize it. And this cabinet here has all of our manipulatives. All of our letter manipulatives are up here for phonics and reading literacy activities. And then these two cubbies here are mostly manipulatives. Same down here, more manipulatives, some phonics and reading type things. I have crayons and pencils and things over here. Just a hodgepodge of stuff. Okay, I'm taking a few things out of this cabinet that I need to go through and decide what's what and reshuffle some of these things. Like, for example, two of these alphabet curriculum bins got placed over here, and they need to be back over here with the alphabet ones. I must have just put them away, you know, just threw them in here and didn't put them away properly last year. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of going through, and then I need to take out the ones I don't need, go to my storage room in the basement, get the ones that we do need this year, and put these ones away for now. Okay, so I found my preschool vocabulary curriculum. In here I have all the different activities, and it's called Vocab for Preschool. I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to put this one away. I also found some of the vocabulary activity sets from it, and I don't think my kids will need this either, but these are really great if you have like a 2-year-old or even younger. Okay, this is my Life Science Fun for Young Ones activity bundle. It's a bunch of curriculum for learning life science, and I definitely want to keep this out because we're going to continue to do these activities this year. So I'm just going to like slide this in the side here. I could have made my own bin for those activities, but I'm kind of running out of room in these cabinets, so I just keep it in one of these giant 2-gallon Ziploc bags, and it seems to work fine. All right, I didn't really change anything out in this cubby. I just kind of cleaned it up because I had some things on the side. But I definitely want to keep all of these literacy bins out. And then up here in this cubby is my Phonics for Reading curriculum. I need to go downstairs and get 2 more units. Here's Unit 2, Unit 3. Unit 1 is alphabet. It's over here with the alphabet stuff. But this is Unit 2, Unit 3, and we're going to be moving on to Unit 4 and 5. So I'm going to put those 2 units here once I get them out of my storage room. And then over here I have all of our birthday themed activities. So I have a handful of activities I made last year that go along with birthdays, which is really fun. So if you have a birthday in your classroom or your students have a birthday, you can still do learning activities and make that whole week fun because you can do birthday activities for the whole week. Yeah, lots of fun things there. And then this here is my Roll and Read phonics activity set, and it works on different phonics skills. So it's got diphthongs. It has R-controlled vowels, which are some of the other units that I need to add in here. It has Y as a vowel. These are fun. They roll dice and then they cover up their answers after they read. So those are fun. I'm going to just keep them off here to the side with the phonics curriculum. Okay, I was going through my hands-on to learn preschool curriculum, and these 2 bins I'm going to keep, but check out what I found. I totally forgot I had this. So this activity is rectangle birthday presents, and they trace the different rectangle presents. I had made this for my hands-on to learn preschool curriculum. Totally forgot, and I'm the one that made it. But anyways, I'm gonna put this with our birthday activities because it's birthday themed. So I'm not gonna keep it in the bin. I'm gonna put it with the birthday stuff so that when we do birthday activities, we've got a shape birthday activity to do. Okay, I wanted to show you, I found my Bible curriculum. I've been keeping it in this like plastic container, so all the activities are in here except for this one right here because it wouldn't fit because it comes with, or it has like these cups in it and stuff, so it wouldn't fit in there. So this is my only other one. I keep my Bible curriculum in this cabinet. I'm just going to put it on top of these Bibles here. Okay, I wanted to show you my curriculum cabinet is completely reorganized. I brought up a couple of more units from my Phonics for Reading curriculum here. And then I also brought up a new bin that I had in my storage room, the special sounds bin. That's also phonics activities. And let's see, I brought up some more math. I brought up, you see over here, measurement and data. And then I brought up, oh, my geometry bin is in my other cabinet, which I'll show you. It's in my math cabinet. But yeah, that's because it wouldn't fit. It's in my math cabinet because it would not fit. Because as you can see, I am full here. So everything is pretty much organized. Oh, and then on top, I never showed you guys. These are just extra workbooks and things that I've had forever that I, make copies of or pull things out of. And so yeah, those are just gonna kind of stay up there. Okay, as I'm cleaning up, I'm finding a lot of things that were in the wrong place or I just need to go through. So I've been setting them on this table here. These are charts from my hands-on to learn preschool curriculum. And I am going to put them on a ring so I can have them accessible and be able to flip through them when I need to for my 3-year-old. So I just set those there. These are I Learn Math Facts Fluency cards, and I want to get these prepared for my older kids. These ones are division and multiplication. I have some subtraction here as well, and more multiplication. So I am going to laminate these so that they're ready to go this year. So those are just some things that I found that I'm like, yes, I need to get working and I need to fix these up. Well, our schoolroom is complete. I'm going to take you on a very quick tour of everything, and then this video will be done. Let me just show you this corner and what I did. So here is our schoolroom table. There will normally be chairs around the outside of the table. And this is my little book stand over here. And right now I just have our math Fluency pages right there that we do one a day. I change up what I put on that stand each and every day, but that's what I have there for right now. And then I decided to hang our 100 chart behind me because I sit in this chair. So we use this 100 chart every day, so I wanted it just right there. So I have it behind me, and then I also wanted our phonics reference book behind me. And this is our charts book. I will leave a link below to this. You can get it off my website. But we use these charts every day when we do our warm-ups, and so I wanted them right behind me so that we could have easy access to those. Then my first shelf here, I made my fall bookshelf. So I like to put new books on this first shelf for every season, and we will be starting school in September. So we will be starting when it is about to be fall, and so I put all of those books there. I always have this little card here that says August. I always have the month there, so that will be turned to September when we start school. And then I just put some more books on the next shelf up that we will be reading. Or I'm gonna read this Maple Ridge. That's the first book in the series. I'm gonna start that with some of my older boys, not my youngest ones, but my next ones up. And one of my kids read the whole series of those books last school year himself, but I'd like to read them as like a read aloud. They're really cute. They're kind of like an easy reader that's like Little House on the Prairie series, except for boys. And so yeah, we're gonna do that. And then I just have a couple more like farm books and things there that I want to read the first week or so of school. And then that top shelf I didn't really change, except I did take one of the books down. I took a Little House on the Prairie book down because one of my kids was looking at it. So anyways, there is that section of the schoolroom. You can kind of see if I step back what it looks like with the table there. All right, now I'm going to take a turn and show you this section. So I kept this hanging on the wall. These are blend ladders from Becca, and I kept those up here because I'll be doing those with my 3-year-old this year. So I'm going to keep those there. And then this, oh, by the way, I just hooked these with command strips, and then they can come off. This little ring just hangs on it, but they can come off. Same over here. There's a little ring, and then I just hooked it to this clip, so I can clip whatever I want on the wall over here, so nothing's like stuck. I'll show you. I can always unclip this and clip whatever I want up there, and I can take it off the wall and it won't leave any kind of marks or whatever. So there's that, and I'm sure I will be clipping other things there throughout the school year. I did finally get this basket cleaned out. This is my basket of just stuff that I want to have readily available. My young children use clipboards to help keep their papers in place when they're working, and so that's what's right here. And then I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it'll take forever, but we've got our Learn to Read Level Fluency. I've got my homeschool music books and just some other book, teacher type things in there. And then these over here are all the cards that I showed you. I went through, made sure everything was in there that I wanted. Those are for our warm-up and memory time. Now, all of these bins down here are where I keep the kids' workbooks. So these two gray bins are pretty much empty right now. I'll show you. So here's one of them, and you can see I just have 2 things in there. This is going to be James's box, and this is where I will put all of his workbooks and things that he will use. He's going to be 4th grade this year. And so right now I don't really have anything in there except for one little book that he writes spelling words and things in. And so that's what that is. The other one next to it is Mark's. And then the 4 on the bottom are for my other 4 children that I teach, and just putting their papers or any workbook type things in that they do. And I will not be putting their hands-on activities in there because they take up too much space. I put their hands-on activities over here. So in this cabinet, I know I've showed you all these cabinets already, but I cleared out this space and I put the books that were here in with the books that were here. I don't love it because I had to double up, so there's books behind books. So that's not my favorite, but it did give me more space. So now I have an empty cubby there, and then the top is empty. And I think that will work out really well because I'll be able to put more hands-on activities here. So this is where I stack the trays with the hands-on activities for the week. And then I I change them out about every week or two. And so I have to leave space open, and now I have a little bit more space than I did last school year, so I think that will be helpful. And this is where I keep extra chairs, and I've got a couple of more extra chairs in a little nook in our kitchen that the kids were sitting on, so that's why they're not all in the schoolroom. And then this pretty much stayed the same. I showed you all of our curriculum is all organized now, and this is, I know it looks kind of like a hodgepodge mess, but I know where everything is for the most part. So here's this one with all of our manipulatives and letters and that kind of thing. And then this one was the math one. And I went through it, and pretty much most of it stayed the same. A couple things just needed to be put in the right spot and put away. Down over here, these are just boards that we use for when we're doing hands-on activities that I used to keep up on top up here, but it was getting to look a little messy. So I made some space in here and I put some of them in here. Now up above the cabinets, up above here, I just have some American flags, a globe, and a couple of abacuses, a number abacus and an alphabet abacus. And then I have some trays and whiteboards and things up there, as well as our alphabet fishing game that I showed in a recent video. I just have that up there. I'm probably gonna still need to move that actually down below. I don't know why I didn't. And then over here, I have our trays. Those are the trays that I use to put all of our hands-on activities on, except I also use cookie trays, which you can't see, but they're under there somewhere. I use the cookie trays for when we want to use magnetic activities. And then that's just a little wooden cross thing that one of my sons made. All right, that's it. There's our homeschool room for 2023-2024 school year. We'll see you next time, guys. And as always, happy learning. Bye.